flag on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight. The Average Joe's Sim Racing returns to the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. In the booth with me tonight, I got a special guest, the one, the only, Jesse Becker. Jesse, how you feeling about tonight's race here at Daytona?
I'm freaking stoked, man, to be back here with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. We didn't think it was going to happen, but they're back for Season 3. And we've got Gen 6 cars for what's probably the first time here on HMS TV, right?
I'm pretty sure you're right. Their first time ever Gen 6 cars on HMS TV. And for those of you who don't know, Gen 6 is the last era of NASCAR. So before the next gen, the era that ended, Jesse, back in 2021, I believe?
Yeah, they introduced the next gens in 22, so the last races with these cars would have been 2021. That's when I personally was getting into iRacing, so it's kind of cool to see like a good memory here.
Absolutely. Well, Jesse, it looks like they're out on track already, so let's go trackside and take a look at what's going on here for some qualifying action here with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. And it looks like right now on track, trying to see who this is. Looks like we got Blake Hewlett in the 73 machine.
Got the Menard scheme going on, like a little Paul Menard action for the 73.
Yeah, good looking throwback here for the 73 of Hewlett. But right now on the top of the board, Jesse, Brian Day from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Top of the board, a 48.226.
He's got some good protection on that car, Blake.
Absolutely. You know, Brian Day was showing off that paint scheme a week or two ago. And, you know, some other broadcasters may not appreciate that, but boy, we love it.
Yeah, absolutely. We love a good storyline, and there's definitely a storyline behind that paint.
Certainly so. And Jesse, big shout out to tonight's channel sponsor for the evening, Linger Lures. Linger Lures delivers precision, performance, and proven results. Every lure is crafted for unmatched action and trusted by anglers who demand gear that works. And now, that same competitive spirit powers the iRacing community. Visit us at 508 Church Lane, Tappahannock, Virginia, or shop online at lingerlures.com. And Jesse, when's the last time you went fishing?
I usually go at least once every year. It's always an exciting thing for me when I actually catch something, because I normally can't ever seem to catch a fish. But maybe my problem is that I haven't hit up Linger Lures yet. That might be my issue.
Yeah, Jesse, you know, I was digging through their website, and, you know, they have some pretty cheap options. So I think you should definitely head over there, grab yourself some Linger Lures, and quit embarrassing yourself out on the lake. Now, Jesse, is it true you have Crystal take your fish off the hook for you?
No comment.
But right now, Brad G on the top of the board. Jesse, is John Sheen out on the track in that #1 Trap House machine. He is done sitting in the 8th position.
Yeah, we're catching all these guys after their qualifying efforts are finished. But yeah, Brad G top of the board. Michael Harrington sitting there second for now. And then you got the 70 of one of the 3 days that we're going to have to be keeping track of here at Daytona. That's not going to get confusing at all.
Oh, yeah. You know, it was definitely rough last season, and nothing's going to change there. But Steven Linger in the 18th position. And, Jesse, man, we got a full field here tonight. I'm seeing 38 cars signed in out of the 42 registered in the league. These guys are pumped up, ready for some Average Joe's racing here at Daytona.
Yeah, it's funny because like we were talking to the guys here that run this stuff before the race, and we're like, hey, man, you guys got any spots? You know, we got some guys that would like to run. And they were like, actually, we're full. We don't have any space.
Yeah, well, qualifying is over here. Jesse, we are at the MX5 trackside delivery 175 here tonight. You have any info on tonight's race sponsor?
Yeah, I do, actually. The AJSRL is turning up the intensity tonight on their lights at Daytona International Speedway. And it's actually brought to you by the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience presented by Circuit Florida. If you've ever dreamed of taking your brand new Miata, boy, I'd love a brand new Miata, straight from the showroom to the racetrack, this is how you do it. With the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience, your new Miata gets delivered directly to Circuit Florida, where you'll enjoy a packed day that includes hours of track driving lessons by a private instructor, in-depth coaching, and plenty of lessons to make you a better and faster driver. Chad might need to do this. I know he owns a Miata. Anyways, once you purchase your brand new Mazda MX-5 Miata, it's time to hit the all-new 1.7-mile private road course in Auburndale, Florida, to push that MX-5 to its limits, which aren't super high limits, but you get to push them anyway. It's the ultimate way to unleash your Miata's potential. Trackside, just like the action we're having here tonight in Daytona, Blake.
Oh, man, Jesse, that just pumps me up even more because now I'm going to be able to rip a Miata down in Florida. But, Jesse, you know what time it is? It's grid time. I'm pumped up. I hope you are too.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Let's freaking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The Average Joe Sim Racing League back on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight's race, the MX5 Trackside Delivery Experience 175 at Daytona, and your starting lineup is as follows. On your front row from the pole position in the #7 machine, Brad G on his outside, Budweiser on the car in the 8, Michael Harrington.
Row number 2, you're going to have the 70 of Brian Day, starting next to the 33 of Douglas Ivy.
That's a good-looking second row here as we go back into row number 3. It's going to be on the inside, starting in the 5th position, the 21, Ryan McClurg on his outside. HMS TV diehard fan, Jesse. We're pumped to have him back on the channel. The 73, Blake Hewlett.
Yeah, Blake Hewlett loves a good stream from HMS TV. Row number 4 is going to have the 51, Stephen Blevins, and to his outside, the 1 of John Sheen.
Row number 5, we've got the 82, Blake Ward on the inside, and on the outside, the 23, Austin Oliver.
We go back to row number 6, where you've got the 16 of Nolan McClurg, to his outside, the 29 of Zachary Tyler.
Row number 7, ladies and gentlemen, no shock here to see him starting mid-pack. It's the 36, Chad White on his outside, the 10, Joe Trojan on the car, Justin Day.
I can't lie to you, I love that scheme on the 36. We go back to row 8, we got the 94 Jonathan Dominics, and to his outside, another Jonathan Day.
Well, Jesse, if we didn't say anybody's favorite driver, it's not our fault. They're slow, they're junk, they're starting in the back. I'm pumped up, Jesse. You are too. We're about to drop the hammer and go green here at Daytona.
I gotta say, that's probably a record for the most amount of drivers that are too slow and junk to make the HMS TV starting lineup. I think we made it. We didn't even make it halfway. There's a lot of slow guys out there.
Absolutely, but how about this? Brad G has MJ on the hood, and he had to black it out. That might be a copyright issue or something, Jesse. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's an homage to a scheme that they had. They ran, I think it was last year they ran it after Jordan had some sort of a lawsuit or something. I can't remember, but pace car is off. Go ahead, Blake.
Pace car is in, field is set. Average Joe's Sim Racing League here at Daytona. Green flag in the air. Season 3 underway.
Let's see how long these guys can go before it gets absolutely, everybody gets absolutely junked. There's so many cars that I'm sure somebody along the way is going to make a simple mistake and wreck a bunch of cars.
Boy, it looks like we duct tape a camera to the very bottom of the back bumper there of your race leader, Brad G, and he's trying to hold on. Now, Jesse, actually, it's not the race leader. It looks like Harrington actually took the top spot. But, Jesse, let our viewers know what's the main difference you can expect in these Gen 6 cars here at Daytona versus, let's say, a next gen.
Well, to be honest, this is just me, right? Somebody will probably out there be like, no, there's so many different things about them, but I don't really notice a whole heck of a ton of a difference. Between, look out. Guys, I don't think they realize it's lap 1, Blake.
Look at him rip it around. What a shot there. We saw him rip it around here in lap number 1, but your race leader, Michael Harrington. Go ahead, continue, Jesse.
I don't notice a whole huge difference myself between the Gen 6 and the next gen on the plate tracks, but I'm sure there is one. Don't get me wrong. All the drafting tracks are the same to me. Maybe I'm just weird and lame.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's not as big of a difference between these and the next gen as people act like. I mean, you can push pretty hard in these Gen 6 cars, and oh no, look out. Race leader Harrington almost loses it. These guys trying to junk each other early, Jesse.
Oh, God. Like I said, man, it's lap 2, and we've already had a block from the top of the track to the bottom for the lead. And then I don't know what that was, but, man, we've got 67 laps left, guys. Chill.
It's not, Jesse, I tell you what, if I'm out there, it is go time right now. There's only 67 laps left to go, and Jesse, that means 6-7.
It certainly does.
Nonetheless, race leader still Michael Harrington out front. You know, he's throwing blocks. He wants to keep that race lead. These guys better play along here tonight, or he might junk them.
Yeah, it seems if he's blocking on lap 1, that must mean he's got some sort of like crazy goal to lead every lap of this race or something. I mean, it does not matter yet, dude.
Let's drop back a bit in the field here. Take a look. We see the 45 currently running in the 23rd position out of Lima, Ohio.
Now, I remember from last time we were doing the Average Joes as they rip around the wall. Is it Lima or is it Lima like the bean?
Well, I don't know. I think it's Lima, actually, now that you say that.
I remember there was a little kerfluffle about that.
I think you're actually right there. We'll go with that for sure.
Lima Bean, Ohio. What a place.
And then, boy, how about this Chad Wyatt? He's basically in last, Jesse. I mean, he might be losing the draft. He's the last car on this front pack, if they're even still in the front pack. I don't know.
We'll be nice, and we'll with some air quotes, we'll call it strategy here from Chad White. What I really think happened is I think he's just scared.
Now, right now we're on board with Austin Guerrero in the 45 machine. Got wrecked magnet on the back of the car. That's not what you want to see if you're driving around that 45 machine, Jesse.
We'll have to see if that comes to fruition. I mean, it's definitely a bad omen.
Let's jump back up front here. Blake Hewlett holds on to the second position with Michael Harrington out front. Douglas Ivey in the third position here tonight, Jesse.
They're starting to settle down, it seems like. Single file for the first 5 cars, but still double file behind.
Ripping it around the high banks at Daytona. You know, Jesse, where else can you start a season off other than Daytona? I mean, you basically have to, right?
Well, funny you say that. Just started the Wheels America Racing Cup Series at Auto Club, of all places.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Who does that?
It takes a strange person, Blake.
Let's take a look at Stephen Blevins, last season's champion. And wow, what a paint scheme, Jesse. This is incredible. Look at this thing. This is beautiful.
I got to say, that thing looks like it took hours. I mean minutes.
You know what we're going to do, Jesse? I think we're going to see if we can get a connection to the Juicy Spider drone cam. Let's take a look.
Let's see if we can do it. Drunken Spider is in the chat, so we know he's at the controls. Look at that thing.
Wow. I mean, Jesse, I want to say this is a nice paint scheme, but, I mean, did they use spray paint, or what do you think?
Yeah, I could picture them taping off the lines and just going to town with the old rattle can on that 51.
Well, looks like Drunken Spider, he's done so. He's going to head on out of here. So we're going to disconnect there to the drone cam. And, yeah, Drunken Spider's flying back home to Oklahoma, Jesse.
Ooh, had some 3-wide scaries there for a second. They kept it clean.
Boy, I think Stephen Blevins heard that he was on TV, maybe looked up, might have almost junked the field, but we're good to go. We got another beautiful paint scheme. That number 94 machine, Jonathan Dominics, all the way from Canada.
A little bit of Halifax for the 94. We'll have to see how he can do. I know he had a good run last season. I tried to find statistics, but they for some reason actually deleted them, so I couldn't track any of them down.
Well, no statistics here for the Average Joe Sim Racing League. They do not want anybody to know what happened in Season 2, apparently.
Oh yeah, this season 1's gone, season 2's gone. All we got on the Sim Racer Hub is season 3. So
That's all we
I
need.
know Michael Harrington won some races for a fact.
Well, you know, Jesse, a lot of people want to live in the past. Here at Average Joe's, we look to the future.
That's absolutely true. They definitely did that.
We're still clean and green. No cautions quite yet, Jesse. And did I just jinx the field possibly? What do you think?
Have you ever seen a Daytona race without a caution, Blake?
That's impossible. You know, that would be incredible to see a green to checkered Daytona race. I don't think it's possible, though.
I could see it. I could see it
Oh,
happening.
there it is. We jinxed them, Jesse. Caution is out. Oh, there you have it.
I know the 80 was involved. Hopefully the Trojan sponsor helped protect him from some damage. It looks like he's all right.
Let's take a look here, Jesse, at the HMS TV chopper cam. Here is the replay. There you have it.
Oh, geez. Is that the 51? Kind of has a checkup, and
Goodness.
it happens even further back.
I hope the 80th day is okay. You know, one of the 14 days in the field, they might be hurting, Jesse.
Yeah, honestly, I think they multiply.
Yeah, well, caution is out for the first time. Jesse, we're going to take our first break of the evening, but as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Larry McReynolds might have a quick message for you while we're under break, but we'll be right back.
I love you, Larry Mack.
Who doesn't?
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
Friday, April 10th, Hutchinson Motorsports TV does the unthinkable. With 2 golden eras, one class wasn't going to be enough. So both the 1987s and Gen 4s will head to the legendary last Coliseum of Bristol Motor Speedway for the Grid Gold 500. With separate class payouts and over $240 in prizes on the line, you won't want to miss this. Entry is just $10, so sign up today by joining the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord. We'll see you there. We are back here at Daytona, and Jesse, you know, I've always known Larry Mack was telling people to subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV, but are you telling me Todd Gilliland is as well?
Yeah, he's got to let the people know, and he's really trying to target the people that didn't listen to Larry, you know.
Well, that's a good point, but Jesse, rumor has it there's a new sponsor to the Average Joe Sim Racing League. Is that true?
There's been some rumors, and I actually just got some information.
Really?
You ready to hear it?
Absolutely. I mean, let me have it.
Well, Blake, you ever feel like there's more to the story than what you're being told?
All the time.
Then it's time to go down the rabbit hole.
Really?
Down the Rabbit Hole podcast dives deep into the world's most fascinating conspiracy theories, hidden histories, and unexplained mysteries. from secret government programs to strange events that never quite add up. Every episode pulls back another layer of the story. If you love asking questions, connecting the dots, and exploring the unknown, grab your headphones and start your descent at rabbitholepodcast.com.
Oh my goodness. Now, Jesse, I tell you what, as soon as this stream ends, that's what I'm doing. I'm typing in Rabbit Hole Podcast on YouTube, and I'm going to subscribe and make sure I just binge watch that stuff tonight.
Do you reckon they've covered 9/11?
Oh, I certainly hope so. But Jesse, looks like
Might
the
have to check
field
it out.
is bunched up here again. We're ready to roll. It's going to be Michael Harrington who's led this thing from the start. And our viewers might notice, you might be seeing some boxes pop up there on the bottom left of your screen. We just debuted this just a night or two ago. Just turned it on here. We wanted to make sure it worked well for you, and it is working. So it's going to give us information like off tracks, meatballs, who pits, who takes over the lead, all kinds of good stuff, right, Jesse?
Yeah, I actually saw it pop at one point and say that the 80 of, I think it's Jonathan Day is the 80. Yeah, he has a meatball flag, so he's in pit lane. He was the one involved in that accident earlier.
That's unfortunate here, but we're going to bunch them up, drop the hammer, and go green. I mean, we've let our viewers know just about everything tonight. We've got everything from conspiracy theories to fishing lures and to MX5 trackside delivery.
There's all sorts of stuff going on. And folks, if you're as confused as me looking at that tower and you see the 2 Days and the 2 McClurgs, well, Justin Day is in the 10, Brian Day is in the 70, Ryan McClurg is in the 43, and Nolan McClurg is in the 16. Hopefully that clears things up and you can actually remember that.
Yeah, grab your notepads and write that down, folks, because it's going to be a long race here as we roll into lap number 13. Pace car is going to head in, and Jesse, you're about to take us green.
I get to take us green on lucky number 13 for the lap. Hopefully that doesn't mean something bad for the field here on this restart. Michael Harrington goes into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag is back out here at Daytona, and looks like we're not junking it yet.
We haven't wadded them up quite yet, but we look through the field as they're swapping lanes already, heading into turns 1 and 2. Race leader still Michael Harrington on the bottom.
Just because they haven't done it yet doesn't mean they're going to try to, because we're side by side still.
Let's drop back in the middle of the field where the madness is going on right now. Chad White finds himself running all the way back in the 22nd position.
I got to be honest with you, Blake. It almost sounds like the 36 is lifting.
I don't even know if he's on the gas at all. We got a new race leader. Douglas Ivy takes it over here for the first time of the night. Michael Harrington, not your race leader, and he must be ticked off.
Yeah, Ivy out of Laurinburg, North Carolina. He's got a friend behind him in the 7. Going to be Brad G giving him a shove, but he doesn't lead across the stripe. That's going to be still Harrington.
It's going to be Harrington, Hewlett, and Sheen, your top 3, as we are clean and green, but they're all going to go to the bottom.
Ooh, boy. 3 wide action behind. In the wall, somebody back there.
Yeah, somebody in the back here into the wall, but we are still rolling. Looked like it was the 23 machine, I believe, but nothing going wrong there now.
You just watch this race, and Blake, what lap do you think it is looking at this?
Oh, I mean, it's at least probably like 5 to go, right?
No. It's lap 14, and they're driving like it's lap 69.
Wow. Now, Jesse, we have no stages here tonight, right?
God, I hope not, because I don't think we do.
I don't know if we do or not. I don't think we do. I don't remember doing stages with the Average Joe Sim Racing League, but we'll just have to wait and find out together. But we are clean and green here in lap number 15. We've got all kinds of fans tuned in here tonight. Jackson Ramirez says he loves this. Connor Gerard's pumped up as always. Drunken Spider in the chat as well, and many, many others.
I can with confidence say that we don't have any stages tonight, Blake. Just the natural ones whenever people get absolutely destroyed and potentially flipped.
Yeah, well, Jesse, you know, if I miss a cue or something, don't mind me. I'm just surfing the web right now, lingerlures.com. I'm gonna buy me some fishing lures. I'm sick of leaving the lake empty-handed.
Well, what are you trying to catch, Blake?
I don't know, the biggest fish they got, Jesse, of course.
You trying to get you a big old catfish or something, Blake?
You know, usually I'll bring like 5 or 6 poles, and I'll catch a little bit of everything from catfish to bluegill to bass. It doesn't matter. If it's in there, I'm catching it, especially if I got a linger lure.
I like catching a good crappie.
Hey, I can't blame you there. Always fun, but unfortunately, those are very hard to prepare and cook. You know, one time I caught a little crappie. I said, "Oh, I'm going to cook this." Well, an hour later, I had about a bite-sized snack, and I was like, "This was not very fun."
Well, I'm sure you know that I live by the beach, and one time we were on one of the piers fishing, and I actually caught a puffer fish. That was an incredible experience.
I hope you didn't eat it.
No, I did not.
Well, that's good.
I don't
We
know
got a
if I
car
would be
blinking
here.
on the
Would I be here
outside. I
if I ate
believe
it?
that is the 33 of Douglas Ivy. But we're still clean and green. Michael Harrington back out front. Is this guy basically the Austin Hill of this league?
He's definitely seems like he's trying his best, blocking like it's the last lap every time around. Douglas Ivy takes the lead in that 33, which I heard there's a pretty big deal going to the 33 in the O'Reilly Series this year.
That's what I heard as well. But look at this. You know, in the second position, that 5 machine pushing the you-know-what out of that 33. That's Terrence Murphy. And I believe Terrence Murphy is over with our friends over at Grid Gold. Is that right?
Yeah, making some sick custom die casts and custom trophies. And actually, he's the main sponsor for the Grid Gold 500.
Grid Gold 500. Now, folks, I'm sure you saw the commercial in our first break, but we're doing a multi-class event. We're going to have the 1987s out there as well as the Gen 4 Cup Cars as Douglas Ivy continues to flash. Terrence Murphy, your race leader. But on April 10th, I believe, Friday, April 10th, going to be doing that event. 2 separate payouts. So we're paying full payout for each class, and it's going to be something you definitely don't want to miss. It's going to be pure madness out there at Bristol.
I can't wait. I'm going to be on the track myself. I'm not sure which class I'm going to be at. Probably a 87 because I feel like a lot of people are still in love with the Gen 4 cars.
I think you're probably right. We're probably going to have more Gen 4s and 87s, but these guys racing hard. We're going 3, almost 4 wide. They're junking it. In the back, I think there is a wreck. I'm trying to find what happened here, Jesse.
I got to say, it's never good when the accident happens behind the main pack.
I don't see anything happening on my log, Jesse. Nobody went off track either, so I can't tell you. I have no clue.
All I can say is that race control had closed the pit lane entrance and then thrown the caution flag.
Maybe there is a stage, huh?
I am absolutely confused. If you'd like me to go do some research, I can do that.
Yeah, do some research. I'm guessing we had a stage thrown in there. I didn't have anything in our notes about a stage. But we'll definitely confirm that. But nonetheless, caution is out. If that is a stage, we'll certainly let you know. But Terrence Murphy, your race leader out front here in the MX-5 trackside delivery 175 here in Daytona. We're going to take a quick break, be right back, and we'll let you know what is going on. See you in a bit. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is the world's #1 streaming service. From over-the-top calls to electrifying action, we bring it all to the table.
The whole field's chunking it. It's a drag race to the checkered flag in the air. Justin Thompson wins the Harpoon Design 500.
But the action doesn't just stop when the stream ends. Whether you're looking for a broadcaster or looking to secure your spot in our next special event, the best way to get a hold of us, and the only way to enter our exclusive events, is to join the HMS TV Discord server.
Don't get left on the trailer. What are you waiting for? Join the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord community today by scanning the QR code shown on your screen. We'll see you there.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
We are back here at Daytona, and Jesse, we can confirm that was the end of stage 1 indeed.
Yep. Points got paid out to the top 10 there at the end of the stage. Not sure exactly who was top 10 because we were caught off guard, but congratulations to whoever it was.
Well, nonetheless, we know Terrence Murphy brought home the big stage win, and he comes out of the pits in the race lead. I think we got him eligible here for an interview. Is that right, Jesse?
It is. Let's talk to him. We'll bring him on up. Hey, Terrence, it's Blake and Jesse up in the booth. Can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up, boys?
Well, you're leading the field to green here. How's your race been going so far, 22 laps in?
Well, I started 17th and got to the front without any trouble, so I'll take that. It's been pretty smooth so far, so impressed so far, but you know how these things get. Guys get crazy, especially if green flag pit stops come out, so.
Yeah, Terrence, you know that 5 machine looks about as fast as Grid Goals gets those orders out, huh?
Damn right, brother. Hell yeah. That's the plug.
Hey, but okay, congratulations. Big stage 1 win here in the season opener, kicking off the season with a bang. I mean, hey, you're the points leader right now.
Damn right. Hell yeah. I like the sound of it. After a long winless season, too, anything to take the trip for a checkered flag, even if it's a green and white one. Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely. Well, hey, you're about to drop the hammer and go green, so we'll send you back to your team. Best of luck for the rest of this one, Terrence.
Appreciate you guys.
Good to talk to Terrence Murphy for sure.
Yeah, well, let's switch over to our other audio channel, Jesse. And we are lined up here tonight, folks, about to drop the hammer and go green. Terrence Murphy, your race leader, on his outside. Michael Harrington. And we know Harrington's been pretty aggressive here tonight, Jesse. He wants to win this thing pretty bad.
Yeah, we'll have to see how aggressive he gets. I'm almost a little worried about it that he's going to end up junking somebody, but we'll have to just watch and wait and see.
Well, only one way to find out, Jesse, and that's to get going as a pace car is in. Field is set into the juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air with the Average Joe's Sim Racing lead.
Clean restart, the 5 out to a big jump. Hopefully he doesn't get out too far ahead and get absolutely blown by.
Yeah, looks like Gostin went off track here earlier, but we're still clean and green as Murphy holds on to this race lead with Douglas Ivey right behind him.
We'll see how long he can hold on to it. The field getting spread out. There's already like a bunch of little micro packs in the back, but we'll have to see if they can get caught back up to the main one here.
Jesse, it's time to pull up your HMS TV hard chargers. Austin Guerrero up 22 positions all the way to the 4th spot, Jesse.
Man, I gotta say, it's probably a good time right now to have the number 45.
I would certainly say so, as he's feeling pretty good currently all the way up to 2nd. Well, let's take a look, Jesse, at the manufacturer standings here. There you have it. So in the Chevys, Michael Harrington running P1, 11 Chevys out there, average running position 18.5. Fords, you got Noah McClurg in 5th, 16 Fords, 19.4 average running position. And then in the back, Toyotas with Terrence Murphy, now your race leader, 11 Toyotas, average running position 20.8.
I got to say, it's pretty similar across all the makes. They were 18, 19, and 20. Toyota's dropping back a little bit, but there's no real separation here between the manufacturers.
Yeah, you know, I kind of thought the Toyotas might have the longer straight, the higher straightaway speed here tonight. What do you think?
I don't know. Doesn't seem to be the case yet.
We'll just have to wait and see how this goes as Terrence Murphy holds on to that race lead. Again, Douglas Ivey second, Nolan McClurg third, then Michael Harrington and John Sheen rounds out your top 5.
We've got about a 11 or 12 car breakaway. It looks like the blue, Trap House is making moves here.
Looks like 17 car breakaway as David Forch is the last car in this front group. And Chad White's right there hanging on to that lead pack, Jesse.
It's good to see Chad trying to be in the lead pack here instead of being scared and in the back like he was earlier.
Well, you know, he's used to being in the back, Jesse, and I don't even know if he was scared. I just think he was slow.
Yeah, he must have figured something out. That paint scheme looks too good to be as slow as he was earlier. But I do have some news, Blake. HMS TV's youngest fan is here in the booth with us.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
That's my lovely daughter, Allison. She's watching me call this race right now.
Well, she's got to be pumped up, Jesse. You need to make her a YouTube channel so we can get another subscriber.
We'll have to figure that out. Right now, she's just kind of looking at me with zero emotion, and I'm kind of scared.
Who knows what she's thinking about? She's probably thinking about this 5 machine of Terrence Murphy. Like, how is anybody going to get around him? And look out! Hard to the wall, and we're able to save it for now.
Somebody hit the grass out of desperation to avoid that one there. Somehow everybody saved it.
I have no clue how we didn't have a pile up there, caution there, Jesse, because, that was crazy.
Somehow we made it through.
Jesse, you got your kid in the booth, your dog in the booth. Anybody else you're forgetting?
Yeah, we brought the whole family.
It's crazy. We are still clean and green. Terrence Murphy out front, your race leader. Again, it's Ivy, McClurg, G, and Harrington rounding out the top 5. And big shout out to everybody in the chat. 35 fans tuned in watching. We got Christian Taylor out there. Never heard of her. And then we have Anna Alessandro, Connor Gerard, and some others.
All the usual fans in the chat, plus hopefully some others if they subscribe and are willing to chat with us.
Yeah, and if you're watching and you haven't said anything, drop a comment in the chat. Let us know who you're pulling for. We have no clue who you're rooting for. Maybe we'll keep an eye on them, too, if you give us a mention.
Exactly. We have no way to know who your favorite driver is unless you tell us.
I tell you what, Steven Linger, I just hope he stays safe, Jesse, because I just sent me an order to lingerlurs.com, and he needs to be all right so he can fulfill that order tomorrow.
All right, Blake, we've got special guest Allison Becker. This is now her moment if she has anything she wants to say about the race.
She's not impressed, Jesse.
She's got nothing. We'll see if she has an opinion she can form as she watches.
You know what, Jesse? I say we go take a look here if we can get a connection again to the Juicy Spider drone cam as the second pack is trying to get formed up here so they can go to work and regain that lead pack.
We'll have to wait and see if they're able to. You see the second pack kind of develop. There's one of two ways. Sometimes we have extreme messes like we had earlier where there was almost a wreck. Other times, people are scared. This one's just because we almost had destruction.
Here they are. You're the front of the second pack here. You got the Trojan machine on the high side, Linger Lurs on the bottom. And how about that 00, Jesse? Somebody needs to get that boy a sponsor.
Now, a 00, it might have some luck. Might have some Sheldon Creed here. But we'll have to wait and see.
Be interested for sure. But let's jump back up to the front here as Terrence Murphy holds on to the lead spot.
Yeah, we don't have any more stages, folks. We didn't know we were having a stage at all. Turns out it was just the one. So we're clean and green right now, and we're going all the way to the end, pending the extreme destruction cautions we're going to have.
Oh, no, Jesse, I'm sure we won't have any more cautions the rest of the night. It's going to stay clean and green all night long.
We'll have to see. Look at this 3-car breakaway.
These guys are just flying right now. They might just flat out leave the rest of this crew.
That's kind of it's kind of crazy that they can do that. It's like going back to the COT days.
Take a look at the left rear suspension cam. Nolan McClurg from Grayson, Kentucky in that third position, trying to stay out front here tonight.
We'll see if he can do it.
We got Ken
Kentucky
Campbell,
boy
15
there.
in the chat, Jesse.
Ken Campbell, I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, Ken Campbell. Hey, be sure to check him out. Campbell Racing. He puts out some good videos, folks, over on YouTube. He does some more serious stuff than us. He actually has talent, Jesse.
Yeah, that's not something that I am too familiar with as having talent. I bought a new wheel, thought it was supposed to help. It hasn't yet.
Yeah, Ken, what's wrong? I mean, Jesse spent a lot of money on a wheel. Why is he not the best iRacer on the internet?
Well, I guess I can break the fourth wall a little bit and say that I did buy the new wheel, and Average Joe's had a practice race that night, and I actually went out there and I beat them all.
Here we go. If Christian Taylor's in the chat, he knows what we just signed up for. We're going to be hearing about this wheel all night long now.
Yeah, just make sure you don't call it a direct drive wheel like you did last night.
Christian Taylor in the chat says new wheel mentioned. He knows.
Yeah, I had to slip it in there. I knew Christian would love that.
We're still clean and green here. Christian said Allison is a better reporter, and she's only 0.5 years old. Adam Stremple.
Oh, yellow flag.
Caution's out. Adam Stremple just subscribed. W in the chat for Adam Stremple. Well, let's take a look at what brought out this caution here, Jesse. Third caution of the night. Here it is.
I've already counted 2 meatball flag alerts. Oh, geez.
There you have it. Oh, my. Hard hit.
The 9 gets hit with the thumbnail curse a little bit, but he keeps it mostly straight.
That's unfortunate. Let's see this one more time from another view here, Jesse. Walk us through this.
So you see a checkup, and then the 29 car gets a little scared, hooks the guy underneath him, which happened to be the 9, and they almost got it saved, and destruction ensued regardless.
There you have it. So a handful of unhappy campers here. Jesse got some junked race cars, but don't you worry. We're going to line them back up, and we're going to try it again. We are almost halfway through the MX-5 trackside delivery, 175 at Daytona. Jesse, we're looking at 40 viewers watching right now. So be sure, click the like button, drop a comment, let us know who you're pulling for. Subscribe to HMS TV. We are the world's #1 streaming service. We're going to take a quick break. Thanks to sponsors, but don't you worry. We'll be right back here in just a moment.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stand
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
We are back here at Daytona with the MX-5 trackside delivery 175. Over 40 viewers watching here right now. They are pumped up. You guys, I hope you're on your feet, off your seats, because Jesse, I don't think I've sat down since we started.
No, man. It's been a good time. Like, usually you see these Daytona races, people just kind of settle out, go single file, and don't really try to do anything. There hasn't been a single moment of that here tonight, and we're over halfway.
Not here. A lot of leagues, they'll throw a fit and complain when there's some wrecks and stuff. Well, not us here at HMS TV. We want to see some good wrecks, some hard racing. We're not all about wrecks, but wrecks are part of racing. We want to see it all.
Well, the hardcore fans, right, are the ones that are like, we want to see the race and we don't care about the wrecks. But the normal person, there's a little part of your brain that just loves the destruction.
A big part of my brain, Jesse. I tell you what, if I get a green to checkered race, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of action.
But we are lined up. Speaking of action, Terrence Murphy, your race leader. Boy, he's been out front a lot. Let's pull up your HMS TV lap leaderboard. You got Michael Harrington on the top of that, 18 laps led. Terrence Murphy currently at 16. Then you have Douglas Ivey and Riley Watts with a lap led. Who is Riley Watts, Jesse?
I was literally going to ask
That's not real.
Who is Riley Watts?
What is wrong with your plug-in?
I have not seen that name once.
Yeah, that is. Oh, Riley Watts. Apparently, here he is, Jesse. Never heard of him.
I did not. That machine has not led this race.
This guy's not even real, Jesse. There's no way.
I need somebody to go back in the VOD and tell me when this 44 car was out front.
Now, Jesse, you have to squint your eyes to read the number on his door, and then he's got nothing on the roof. So we got Riley Watts out here. He's basically like, is this an AI-generated racer?
Yeah, I don't even, to paraphrase a good quote of mine, that MFer isn't even real.
That's exactly what I was thinking, but I think we got an AI bot in the back, Jesse, but who knows? We got the pace car in, going to be Terrence Murphy on the inside, Douglas Ivey on the outside, into the juicy spider restart zone, green flag, back in the air. We got a checkup.
Uh-oh. Did they keep it straight somehow?
Yes, they did. The 51 there almost lost it there. Not a good start for Stephen Blevins, last season's champion in Season 2, but he is able to keep it rolling.
Yeah, he's having a hell of a night so far. Ended up just stuck 3 wide earlier, just had that checkup happen. But he's got the king in his picture, so he's got some luck on his side, I think.
And Josh Holt just subscribed to HMS TV. Ladies and gentlemen, put a W in the chat. Welcome, Josh. You just made the best decision of your entire life.
Yeah, and you might be thinking, oh, he subscribed? Like, that's crazy. What did that cost? It costs nothing to subscribe.
Wait, are you
click
serious?
the subscribe button, and it's free.
That's ridiculous. How is that free?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you click it, and it's free, and you're subscribed to HMS TV. But if you look out! Oh my God! I didn't know we had a cameraman there.
What is he doing standing up there?
Oh God! Oh geez, that's terrible.
This is ridiculous. We got guys standing on the track. I hope for goodness. Is he really standing out there, Jesse?
I think Christian is up to some hijinks.
Oh my, they are ripping it around here at Daytona as Terrence Murphy continues to lead out front.
You see, one of Christian Taylor's multiple roles here in HMS TV. He's our lead camera director, and I got to tell you, I don't know how it's even legal. Some of the working conditions he puts these people through.
Yeah, well, Jesse, I mean, there's a reason I gave him that role because if people come after us for incidents, let's say, happening on track, it all goes down to Christian.
And I got to say, I wasn't in the booth with you last night. Christian was, and I was tuned in. I heard something about we unionized.
Yeah, unfortunately, you, Chad, and Christian, you signed up to join a union, so a little harder for me to get rid of you, but I guess I'll keep you around for now.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, bad news is, so the good news, Jesse, you're getting a raise. The bad news is your union dues kind of offset that.
Oh, well, it's for the love of the game, right?
It's all part of it. But Jay Holt in the chat says, sorry, I would be out there, but I'm at Sebring. Toyota better win, he says. So big Toyota fan.
I like a good Toyota. I've got a Toyota sitting in the driveway.
We're on board with your race leader, Terrence Murphy, getting a push from the 33 of Douglas Ivy, holding on to this race lead. We're at the MX5 trackside delivery, 175 here at Daytona Beach.
Man, there's sometimes I wish that I could go back 15 years and buy an actual cheap Miata before they started getting expensive.
Well, hey, I heard Chad White has one for sale.
Well, he probably wants like 10 grand for it.
Yeah, probably so. And, you know, I'd say we could fire him if he didn't sell it to us, but looks like we can't anymore. He's in the union.
Yeah, he somehow keeps getting into these rides. He ended up absolutely dumping somebody last night and still finds his way into another
Poor
HMS
Justin
TV
Bondurant.
car.
Bondurant just got flat out junked by Chad White in that 36 machine. But, you know, good looking car out here for Chad. We at least made him look good.
Yeah, I can't lie. I absolutely love the color scheme, the Miami Vice look going on here.
Yeah, well, let's go back out front. Terrence Murphy holds on to this top spot here. We're going in the lap number 41. 30 laps remain here at Daytona, Jesse.
I got to ask you, does Terrence Murphy make himself a custom trophy if he takes this win?
That's a good question. We're going to have to ask him that if he gets the job done in Parks and Victory Lane. Because, folks, if you don't know, Terrence Murphy is the man in charge of Grid Gold. They make custom trophies and die casts of your iRacing cars. So head on over to Grid Gold. They got a Discord link. I'm sure somebody can hook you up here in the chat.
Yeah, Grid Gold makes some pretty cool stuff. Their Discord's been blowing up here lately, so you won't be they won't be scared to see you over there if you join.
Yeah, I tell you what, I saw even Thomas Meeks popped in there, and he was asking about getting a custom car. You know, I had to comment and say, well, Thomas, the good news is you don't have to worry about having to buy any trophies.
Hey, that's pretty good. Pit reporter Allison actually she has a few words for the stream. We'll see here. Nope, she's camera shy.
She's about as good as you at pit reporting, Jesse.
Yeah, I did it, once?
Yeah, I think so. Once or twice, maybe. But how about this top lane?
Had a whole graphic for it and everything.
Yeah, Jesse, this top lane's trying to get going. They really haven't gone anywhere all night long. It's been all about that bottom lane. But let's see if that one machine can get it going of John Sheen.
The problem is their paints are the same, different colors. I just don't think the one has the same aura as that 8 does when it comes to a super speedway.
That seems to be the problem, but man, this whole field, they are bunched together door to door. Really nowhere for anybody to go. They're trying to gain some momentum on the top line.
Speaking of door to door, make sure you tune into them Sunday night.
What's that?
One of the leagues we cover here. I think we're up to, let's see, we go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're 6 now, aren't we?
I think we are at 6 for now as our Saturday league's still going, but we're 3 wide right now. Look out as the, oh gosh, they're door banging each other here.
Yeah, this can't end well. This guy's going to be stuck in the middle like that old song, and he's going to have a rough time.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on this number 82 machine. He is still stuck in the middle. That's Blake Ward. He's holding pretty strong in that middle lane, and he just gets hooked, able to keep it rolling.
Yeah, for now, it's a big checkup, still just accordioning through the field.
Man, what a save there. We've had some impressive saves here tonight, Jesse, and these guys better get it back lined up or they might lose the draft, but it looks like they're good to go.
Yeah, just enough of a rope getting thrown to keep the pack caught up. I mean, I think we've had, 2 cautions, maybe 3? We should have had a lot more at this point.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we could easily have had 6, 7 cautions by now.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, had to get it in there. But Josh Westendorf currently running in the 28th position in that bad, fast Trojan number 92 machine.
That thing is moving.
Well, Allison doesn't
a big
think
fan
it's
of
very
the
fast.
I was going to make a terrible joke that I'm not going to make.
Well, let's go back up front. In the meantime, Terrence Murphy holds on. You know, Jesse, if I'm Terrence Murphy, I am not leaving that yellow line on the bottom of the track.
Got to protect it until the top lane shows they can actually do something.
Absolutely, as Douglas Ivy is committed to the back bumper of this number 5 machine. And Jesse, the top lane is finally getting a little bit of a run, but John Sheen going to go down to the bottom.
We'll have to see if they can actually get to the front. We got some blinkage happening.
Still clean and green here as Stephen Blevins is on the high line, currently in the 9th position. 3rd car on the top side.
Yeah, as you mentioned, last season's champion, trying to get off to a good start here, but he's in a completely different vehicle. He won in the trucks, so we'll see if he's got the same skill in the Gen 6s.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see how it works out. And Jesse, have you had a moment to look over the Average Joe's schedule and see maybe where we're heading next week?
Where we're headed next week's going to be Old Atlanta. So going over to Echo Park Speedway, but in its 2008.
That's going to be a good one. Again, Old Atlanta. So, folks, that means it's not your new Atlanta where you can just flat-foot it around and hold the draft. You know, you got to lift. It's actually like a normal intermediate track.
Blake, I'm looking through this schedule. There's not a road course until race number 15.
You know, these guys don't like turning right, Jesse, and they're not afraid to say it.
They do not like turning right. I'm just looking at it. We've got Old Atlanta, Las Vegas, Michigan, New Hampshire, Texas, Phoenix, Pocono, Kansas, and race number 10 is iRacing Super Speedway.
Well, I can't wait for that. You know, that's going to be a total you-know-what. But Chris Mackey up to the 12th position right now. Jesse, you know, he's involved in an incident earlier, has worked up through a majority of the field. Still a ways to go.
Yeah, the 9, one of the volunteers that sent us some photos for our, we'll call it a thumbnail contest. We didn't have any good Gen 6 pictures. He sent us pictures of that number 9 machine. We're waiting to see if it's going to be a curse or because, you know, like the old Madden cover curses back in the day. We're going to see if the 9 makes it through this race.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting as we are still clean and green. 22 laps remain here with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League, the MX5 Trackside Delivery 175. As we got a battle for the race lead. Terrence Murphy tries to throw a block, but it's too late, and he sticks with the bottom.
Oh, man. 15, Isaiah Adams to the lead. Is he going to stick with who got him there, or is he going to try to cover up on the bottom?
Well, if I'm the 15, I'm ditching Brad G. I'm going to say later, loser, I'm going down to the bottom.
He seems to be trying to be loyal. He's sticking with that 7. The top lane's actually moving.
There you go. Now he's going to go down. Brad G right there with him. So new top 2 cars here in the bottom line. So the 51 of Blevins going to be the lead car on the outside.
And we'll see if the 15 or the 7 were the key pieces to that top lane or if it can keep moving forward.
Yep, it's going to be interesting for sure. But U.S. Air Force on the car. New race leader, Brad G, giving him a big push. We got a 3-wide battle up front now as Terrence Murphy gets hung out to dry.
Uh-oh. That's not where you want to be.
He cannot be happy. Stuck in the middle. Nobody looking to help him. He is dropping all the way to the back. Uh-oh, look out.
Oh, boy.
It's
Brad
great.
G almost
They're
took
going to
the
junk it.
51.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Big wreck into the wall. The 8, the 1, the 36. All kinds of cars involved. That might be the big one, Jesse.
Only 6 cars I see making it through unscathed. There was people going through the grass in pit road. They scattered like roaches, man.
Well, here it is, Jesse. Let's take a look as we got the chopper cam playing it live for you. We're taking a look at John Sheen. Nothing he could have done there. The 8 involved, the 1, the 36. Who else?
All sorts of people. Chad is involved there, unfortunately, in his 36. Look at all these people coming in late.
Oh,
it all started with a bad push from Michael Harrington.
Well, the 1 of Sheen couldn't wait anymore, and he ended up going, and the 73 was there, and he got a good lick in there as well.
Well, sometimes you just got to hope that people coming up can predict what you're doing, and, well, unfortunately, sometimes they can't.
Yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And that might have been a Taylor Reamer ARCA break, as we saw earlier today at Phoenix in the ARCA race in real life. But, folks, we're going into lap 52 this time around. These guys probably going to bunch it up, head down the pits. Let's take a short break, and we will be right back. But don't you go anywhere. We're going HMS TV side by side. We'll be right back. Friday, April 10th, Hutchinson Motorsports TV does the unthinkable. With 2 golden eras, one class wasn't going to be enough. So both the 1987s and Gen 4s will head to the legendary last Coliseum of Bristol Motor Speedway for the Grid Gold 500. With separate class payouts and over $240 in prizes on the line, you won't want to miss this. Entry is just $10, so sign up today by joining the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord. We'll see you there. And we're back here at Daytona with the MX-5 trackside delivery 175 here tonight with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. And ladies and gentlemen, Linger Lures delivers precision, performance, and proven results. Every lure is crafted for unmatched action and trusted by anglers who demand gear that works. And now, the same competitive spirit powers the iRacing community. Visit us at 508 Church Lane in Tappahannock, Virginia, or shop online at lingerlures.com. Now, Jesse, out front, you know, we got Stephen Blevins in the 51 and Dominic's in the 94. Looks like we had some guys go down pit road. Looks like the whole field went down pit road. As we pull up some information for you here, take a look. Last pit stop, your top 20. Looks like you see fuel only in the top 5, and then a couple guys with 2 tires, and basically nobody in the top 20 with 4 tires.
Yeah, they probably needed a little bit more fuel to make it to the end, if I had to guess.
That's what it seems, because I'm sure if they were good on fuel, you would have seen a guy or two take a flyer and stay out front. But, man, out front, we got 2 beautiful paints here, Jesse. These guys put a lot of work in these things.
Yeah, it's like the battle of the generic paints up front. Allison is not impressed.
I'm not impressed either, and not going to lie, I kind of hope these guys wreck out, because those paints are terrible.
Yeah, it's like you have you versus the guy she told you not to worry about for the first 2 rows.
Well, hey, row number 2, it's going to be Chris Mackey on that bottom line. Boy, it's been a race for him as the green flag is back in the air with the Average Joe Sim Racing League.
Allison's going to call it in turn 1. What do you say, kid?
Still clean and green. Chris Mackey going to fall in line here into the 3rd position, but it's going to be Blevins, Dominics, Mackey, Murphy, and Ward, your top 5.
Yeah, Blake, I'm going to have to let you take over here for a little bit. I believe in you. You got this.
All good here. We got 17 laps left to go here with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Looks like it's just me on the call here, folks, but don't you worry. We're not going to miss a lap of action. Stephen Blevins out of Linden, Virginia. He was last season's champion in the point standings. Well, he's trying to kick off this season with a bang and win at Daytona. As we look through the field, still out here, clean and green, Zachary Tyler finds himself in the 21st position in that 29 Pennzoil shell machine. Behind him, you got that beautiful 00 machine with no sponsor on the hood. Man, we got some guys put in a lot of work in many of these paint jobs. Go up to the front or middle of the pack here a bit. Michael Ware in that 75 machine finds himself in the 14th position. Let's hop on board with Michael Ware. He's got Wreck Me Daddy in the 23 in front of him here. Let's see if he takes the advice and maybe turns him. Going to be interesting to see how that plays out here. But Douglas Ivey up to the 7th position out of Laurinburg, North Carolina. Good run so far tonight for Douglas Ivey. He's been out front most of the evening. We jump on board here with Douglas Ivey in that 33 machine. Right now sitting in 7th on the bottom line. He's about the 4th or 5th car there in the bottom lane as the top line is trying to get back rolling. "37 viewers in the chat right now. Be sure, folks, click that like button, drop a comment, let us know who you're pulling for. We got Anna Alessandro out there, Connor Gerard, who else in the chat? Ken Campbell, of course, many others as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in, spending your Thursday night right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. But is this thing going to stay clean and green, or are they going to wad them up? Only one way to find out, folks, and that's to stay tuned. Stay on your feet, stay off your seats. We are still green with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Looks like the entire field, well, we got a breakaway pack here. So here is kind of a mini breakaway pack. Looks like the last car in the lead pack is going to be the 21st position, John Anthony, and then we got a couple lap cars behind him. Oh, no, they're junking it in the back. There you have it, folks. Caution is out. That's going to be caution number 5 on the evening. Blake Hewlett, John Sheen, Riley Watts, all involved. Let's take a look, see what happened. See if we can get a better view here of that one. We'll stop it right here. So here you have it. You got a kind of a second group right here, we'll call it. And let's try to find one that was involved. Here you go. Take a look. Let's play it from here. So the 8 comes up, kind of throws a block, gets hit. That stuff's the 44. Nowhere for the 1 to go. 13 involved. 87 might have took a little bit of a door hit, but he should be good to go. So caution is back out here. Ladies and gentlemen, Average Joe Sim Racing League here. MX5 trackside delivery. 175 here at Daytona Beach. This is the season opener here tonight with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. We're going to stay tuned here live during this break. But first, Larry McReynolds actually wants to let you know something. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
What a message from Larry McReynolds. Looks like most of the field going to stay out here. But we got a couple takers to go down pit road, it looks like. Not very many. Entire field should be good to go on fuel. Really no reason to pit unless you were involved in that incident. Frank Chavez down pit road. But as always, folks, appreciate you tuning in, spending your Thursday night right here on the world's #1 streaming service, HMS TV. Stephen Blevins, after winning the Season 2 championship with the Average Joe Sim Racing League in the trucks last season. Well, we're out here in the Gen 6 cars, and we got the same leader we had at the end of last season, Stephen Blevins. Can he take home this race at Daytona? But a big shout out to all our viewers tuned in here. Of course, Connor Gerard and Alessandro. Brendan Schuett in the chat. First time seeing a Gen 6 racing race, he says. Well, Brendan, hey, it's the first time they've actually been on the channel, I believe, that I can remember. Maybe we had one back in the day, back in the 5150 days. But I can't really remember, honestly. I don't think we did. So first sanctioned league race here on HMS TV in this Gen 6 car. But, folks, we're running out of laps here. We're only going to have about 10 laps left to go once we drop the hammer and go green. Let's go down trackside here. Look at some of these beautiful views around the track here at Daytona, folks. What a shot here. We got cameramen out there. It's a little safer here under caution, so there they go, around Daytona, lining up. They're going to choose their lanes this time around right here at the line. Appreciate you folks tuning in. Again, drop a comment in the chat. Let us know who you're pulling for. We got Adam Strimple in the chat saying, let's go McCurdy, number 4. We'll keep an eye on that number 4 of Justin McCurdy. Up 20 positions since the start of this race out of Ada, Oklahoma. Started 34th. He's running 14th. Can McCurdy continue to go to the front? Because Adam Strimple is pulling for him. We're going to take the green this time around, going into lap 61 out of 70. So that's right, folks, just 10 laps left to go once the green flag comes out. Are we going to stay clean and green? My guess, probably not. These guys are probably going to do some crazy moves and wad them up, and we are here to see it tonight. In the MX-5 Trackside Delivery 175, tonight's channel sponsor. Big shout out to Linger Lurs. Be sure to give them a shout out, folks. Stephen Linger in the race here tonight. Wanted to be sure to get mentioned tonight, so we're definitely going to hook them up. LingerLures.com, folks. Again, if you're sick of catching no fish, like, you need to get you a good lure. That's all you need. Your pole doesn't really matter as much, folks. I mean, you could get a little Walmart pole, throw out a good lure, you're going to catch something. Source? Trust me, bro. But I'm pumped up, ready to roll. Stephen Blevins going to take the inside with Jonathan Dominics on the outside. Boy, this front row, we got a battle of the countries. It's America of Stephen Blevins on the inside. And on the outside, Jonathan Dominics, hailing from Canada. So let us know in the chat, who you pulling for? You pulling for Team Canada or Team USA? I'm going to guess I know the answer. Confirmed, folks. This is what the chat is thinking. They're going Team USA. Stephen Blevins. I'm sure he's getting cheered for right now, but we are lined up, ready to roll. Going to drop the hammer this time around. Pace car going to take the hard left. He is in. These fans, they're on their feet, off their seats, rolling into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag in the air. 10 laps left to go with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Bubba Myers Custom Designs in the chat, folks. You're looking for a paint scheme, head on over, check out Bubba Myers. He does some good work. But right now, Canada on the top side. That's Jonathan Dominics in the 94 taking over the race lead. Can he hold on? Terrence Murphy glued to that back bumper. Down the back stretch, still clean and green for now. Out front, Jonathan Dominics with a big push down the back stretch, going into turns 3 and 4. And Alessandro in the chat says she's pulling for USA, so she wants that 51 of Stephen Blevins to steal this one, but he's got the 9 of Chris Mackey right behind him. Let's hop on board with Chris Mackey.
Back here in the booth with you, Blake.
It's about time, Jesse. I was about to write you up.
Yeah, I got some beef actually with Christian Taylor talking about did I quit? No, I did not quit, Christian.
Oh, yeah, and Christian said I took a night off. Look at what happened. Well, we got a barn burner here right now, Jesse. I'm not sure if you heard, but Team Canada's on the outside. It's a one-man show, and Team USA just can't hold them off.
Oh, look at the move by Murphy.
There you go. You know, Jonathan Dominics, he's the only Canadian in the field. He's facing 37 Americans, and he might just get the job done and win it.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get treated like their hockey team here.
And a big run on that outside line. Here comes Isaiah Adams. We mentioned him earlier briefly, but the 15 of Adams back out front. New race leader for now.
Mr. Grim Plays in the chat says, just saying Isaiah Adams is going to come out of nowhere for that big old W. Well, he's already leading.
Right on
so I
cue.
don't think he can come out of nowhere.
I mean, who is this guy? This guy sees the future. Mr. Grim Plays letting us know Isaiah Adams going to take this one here tonight. 8 laps left to go. Isaiah Adams, your race leader. Now, Jesse, when do you think the big one's coming? You think it's going to be before lap 5 or after?
It could be this very moment right here. The 7 almost got stuck in the middle.
Oh, no. Here.
And they're bumping there. It could be.
Still good for now, Jesse, but yeah, I think it's coming. I would definitely take before lap 5 if I was a betting man, and I am.
Yeah, we've got easily over 20 cars in this group. That's way too many for a finish at Daytona.
Oh, yeah, Jesse, there's not a chance these guys get to the finish. They're making moves through the field. Isaiah Adams trying to keep Brad G right behind him.
As we're getting closer and closer to the end, only 7 laps to go, it's going to get more desperate out of these guys, and we're going to watch it just deteriorate.
Terrence Murphy gets sent down under the apron there, but he's going to get back up on the track. We are still clean and green. Brad G giving a big push to the 15.
He's definitely seems to be a good pusher. He's pushed a couple of people to the lead here tonight in that 7.
Absolutely. When is he going to make a move, though, for himself? Is he just waiting until the end of this thing, or is he going to strike early as we have just 6 laps left to go here?
I will say it's a very common thing. At least in iRacing, you don't want to necessarily be in the lead coming to the line. In real life, it's statistically better to be the leader because there's the chance of a caution during the white flag and you've won the race. That doesn't happen in iRacing.
Yeah, that's a good point here, and they're getting pretty antsy here, Jesse. We got one on the wall, still clean and green, and in the chat, Brian Matthews says, Blevins in a Toyota, what has this world come to?
Don't be hating on the Toyotas, man.
Well, Blevins, unfortunately, has shuffled back pretty far. He is out right now in the 10th position. We have just 5 laps left to go here. Isaiah Adams on the bottom line. Jonathan Dominics on the top.
We're starting to get a middle starting to form. We got 2 cars there. I think Terrence Murphy's one of them.
You know, it's just a matter of time, and here we go, Jesse.
That's
my goodness.
Caution. They're junking it. Somehow still straight.
There it is. It's coming. I knew
it.
it was coming any moment. And there you have it. Isaiah Adams is junk. Grim in the chat is not happy. As really, Jesse, I'm kind of shocked we only had a handful of cars involved there.
that wreck seemed to take about 5 years to come to fruition.
Yeah, there for a moment, I didn't think we were going to get a caution. I thought that they were just going to somehow save it. But here we go. I'm trying to find Isaiah Adams. Here he is, folks. Take a look at this replay. Jesse, walk us through this incident.
So he's leading the top lane, and a checkup happens there. Is this current?
Whoa. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. That was the wrong replay at some reason. Hang on here, folks. Give me one moment. We'll try this again.
The production team around here, man.
Here
There it
is. They want to start this a little late. So here you go. Take a look.
It looks like he just got tunnel vision trying to follow the 94, but what he wasn't actually clear himself, and the 15 probably said the famous iRacing words, not clear.
I'm sure that was said a couple times there, Jesse, but the 16 of McClurg involved and many, many others. Let's see another angle here. So they're piling it up right now. Nowhere for Blake Ward to go. What's he do, Jesse?
He's trying to do his best to slow up for it, and he's just got people running into him, man.
There you have it. I mean, we knew the big one was going to happen. It happened a lap or 2 earlier than we thought could happen, but nonetheless, caution is out. And we go back out front. Jonathan Dominics, Jesse, you know, he's the only Canadian in the field. Is he going to beat all these Americans and maybe redeem that Canadian hockey team?
Not a chance, Blake.
I think he is. You know, I'm pulling for him. Let's go Canada.
I think that's probably the first time you've ever said that in your life.
I'm a diehard Canada fan right now. I think Jonathan Dominic gets the job done. He's my pick to win. Jesse, who you taking in these last few laps?
Yeah, boy. I got to tell you who's been on a hot streak when it comes to draft tracks. And he's sitting in 10th, and he's an HMS TV team driver. That's Chad White.
I knew you were going to say that. That's how I clicked him so quick, folks. Chad White currently in the, we got some guys going down pit road. That's interesting.
But you got to admit, I'm right. The 36, he's on a bit of a heater when it comes to the plate races because he won. What did he had Stars and Stripes. He won at iRacing Super Speedway. We go back even outside of the scope of HMS TV. There was a Fly the Kite race for Donnie Kite, some boys that do some stuff with Juicy Spider. Chad managed to win that one. So, dude's on a heater.
Yeah, and I mean, you're definitely right. Chad's kind of been on the heater, but I think his luck ends, when we're on HMS TV, he seems to always blow it somehow.
We'll have to just wait and see, but I'm sticking with him. He's still my pick.
Not a chance he can hold up to Jonathan Dominic from Halifax, all the way in Canada. I'm a diehard fan, Jesse. My favorite.
What province is Halifax in, Blake?
Oh, it's Ontario, obviously.
Okay.
Don't look that up.
No.
Doing some research here, folks, and Nova Scotia, just like I said, Jesse.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Nova Scotia, yep, I knew it all along. So Jonathan Dominic's all the way from Nova Scotia, Halifax. Surprised he's got an internet connection up there, Jesse. I heard he lives in an igloo.
Yeah, I got to say, speaking of Nova Scotia, shout out to someone who will never see this, Hunter Terpstra.
Hunter, who's that? Never heard of her.
Exactly. That's just an inside thing.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we are lined up here. We're staying right here. For those of you still around, we're going to play an ad for those that don't have YouTube Premium. Could you imagine, Jesse?
I don't know what a YouTube ad even looks like these days.
Yeah, I haven't seen a YouTube ad in probably been a year.
Yeah, I've been YouTube Premiumed up for I don't even want to know how long as they roll across the stripe here to start one of the best laps in motorsports.
What's that?
That's lap number 69, Blake. Yeah, boy. 2 laps after the second greatest lap in all of racing.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of crazy. The 2 greatest laps in iRacing are just 2 laps apart.
Yeah, it's just how it works out. Pace car lights are off this time, though. We've got a green-white checkered fixing to happen.
Mr. Grim says we're going to play and then an ad plays, LOL. Well, good thing you didn't hear what we said after that, Grim.
Yeah, we kind of crapped on the pores there.
But we're lined up, ready to roll. Let us know in the chat, folks. Who do you think's going to win? You pulling for Dominic's in the 94. We got Gostin in the 22. Also, don't count out Corbett Raker. Is this another AI driver, Christian? I never heard of, I'm sorry, Jesse. I never heard of this guy.
I don't know where he's been. He was running decent in that last run. I saw him sitting there in 3rd, so he's got some speed. He's had a quiet night so far. We'll see what he can do. We got 2 green-white checkered attempts here tonight, Blake.
Well, Justin McCurdy, we know he's got a fan or 2 in the chat. They're pulling for him out of Ada, Oklahoma. Can he get the job done? If Drunken Spider's still out there, I'm sure he's pulling for his fellow Oklahoman statesman.
Yeah, Adam Strimple in the chat a few minutes ago. Number 4 in 4. Let's go. We'll see if he can make the fans proud or if he's going to end up upside down.
TNT Strike says, let's go 47. Corbett Raker has a fan in the chat, Jesse. We weren't sure if he was real or not, but he's real, and he's up front trying to bring home a win at Daytona.
Well, he's got just about as good a chance as anybody in this race. We're about to do green-white checkered attempt number 1, and let's see if we can finish this thing.
Well, I tell you what, I'm ready to roll as the pace car is in, field is set. Jonathan Dominic's rolling into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag in the air, green, white, checkered at Daytona.
He gets a good jump. The 22's clear. Is he going to jump down to the bottom here behind the 94? Or is he going to try to lead a lane on
Jesse,
his
he's
own?
a sitting duck. He's got too good of a jump here. He better figure something out.
If I'm him, I'm going to the top right now.
Oh, he's got to figure something out for sure. He's going to have to throw a dangerous block, and there it is here. He's going to lose the race lead. New race leader going to be Abram Gostin.
Yeah, 22, been talking about him all night, leads the way.
Abram Gostin here in the 22 race leader. He has one car behind him, but no help behind those two.
The Ford McCurdy giving an absolute shove to get him to the lead, but look out, the 21's on the bottom. We've been talking about him all night too, Michael Boyd.
Oh, no, Boyd out of nowhere takes over the lead for now, but he's going to lose some momentum. Going to be a drag race to the white flag. No caution out yet. White flag in the air. We're going to get a finish, Jesse.
Yep, no yellows here on out. The stripe will end it. Who is going to be in the front?
Gostin, your race leader. McCurdy second. Boyd third. Jesse, we haven't talked about anybody in the top three tonight.
That's the beautiful thing about plate racing, man. Everybody's got a chance. The 21 looks to the outside trying to lead the lane.
Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Gostin in the 22, your race leader. The high side trying to get a run going out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time down the front stretch.
Abram Gostin tries to make his car 9 lanes wide. Can anybody get a run?
Through the tri-oval for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Abram Gostin wins the opener at Daytona.
Just exactly who I picked to win it. He happens to get it done.
I told you all race long, Jesse. Abram Gostin in the 22 could get it done. And here he is parking it in victory lane with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League with the MX-5 trackside delivery 175.
Gostin gets it done. Justin McCurdy brings home second. Michael Boyd, Chris Mackey, Ryan McClurg round out your top 5 here tonight.
Boy, what a finish there, folks. We're going to jump to quick break, but don't you go anywhere. We got some top 3 interviews. We're going to line these drivers up, and we'll be back in a moment here at Daytona. What a finish, Jesse.
Let's frickin' go, man.
We are back here, Jesse. I think we've got some guys ready for an interview. What do you say?
Yeah, let's try to reach out to the number 9 of Chris Mackey, bringing home a podium here. No thumbnail curse. Let's see what he has to say if he can hear us. Hey, Chris, it's Blake and Jesse in the booth. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Man, that number 9 machine looking sharp, crosses the line in 3rd. I half expected a thumbnail curse for you, but you proved me wrong. Finishing on the podium. Talk us through your race tonight.
Yeah, good race, man. It's kind of had a bad qualifying run. Started in the mid-20s, I think like 25th. Was able to drive up to 2nd in the first stage. And then during that caution, went to the back because I had to unload the tank during that caution break and take a little bathroom break. But was able to drive back up through the field again. And yeah, it was, good run. Kind of wanted to stay committed there at the end and not wreck anyone, just get a solid start to the season, solid finish, and we accomplished that. So, good race.
Yeah, you're involved in an incident or two early on, but it all works out. You cycled to the front, and you were doing a good job there. I think you were on the bottom lane helping push that line along.
Yeah. I was pushing Boyd at one point, and I was trying to get to the point of just locking onto him and pushing him, and I just couldn't. I kept ricocheting off of him and giving him bad bumps, and he did a really good job holding on to it, luckily. I told him that after the race, man, that was a hell of a job holding on to it. And then finally I got latched onto it. I think as we crossed the white flag, I was able to just continuously shove through like 1 and 2. So wish I could have did that for the final 2 laps. I think we would have had a little better shot instead of just the bumping, because that causes a lot of big checkups when people just ram right in the back of people. So, yeah, ultimately, good race, good win to Abram Ghostin. I think that's his first race in Average Joe's, and that's cool. First race here, first win. That's a big deal.
Absolutely. Now, what can you tell our viewers the main difference here, comparing the Gen 6 to, let's say, the next gen?
Handling, man. Handling. These cars, they get really tight on entry, and you got to kind of open the wheel up and let it catch, or else you're just going to start plowing, which is good. All those things that the NASCAR drivers complain about now at Daytona, how there's no handling and they wish the tires actually came into play and things. These Gen 6 cars do have that factor. And then the side draft, man. The side draft in these cars is crazy what you can do, how much you can manipulate. So they're fun, man. They're fun. You got to drive them. I'm super, super happy that Jason and Brian picked these cars because they're enjoyable. So glad that the first race could come out and put on a pretty good show, and we'll continue on, and we get to some 1.5 miles in these cars, man. We're gonna have some racing going on. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it here this season as we started out with a bang, but a great job by you putting on the podium here in the opener. Before you head out, though, Chris, you got any shout-outs for our fans watching at home?
Yeah, just shout out to Full Send Motorsports, my team, Jeffrey, Blake, Doug. Everybody was kind of having a good run. I think there was a couple of them might have got caught up in those final accidents, so that sucks. But ultimately, good run. Big shout out Jason and Brian for putting on the league. You guys for broadcasting, coming back and putting on the show for us, and then just big shout out to my fiance for letting me come in here and do this, man.
Great job tonight, bringing home 3rd. Congratulations one more time, Chris Mackey.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right, you ready to move on to our 2nd place finisher, Blake?
Oh, yeah, I'm pumped up.
Let's go ahead and talk to him. Fans got to be cheering him on in the chat. Let's see it. Let us know how excited you are to hear from the floor of Justin McCurdy. Let's see if we can get him in here. Justin, it's Blake and Jesse in the booth. Can you hear us?
Absolutely, I can.
All right, man. Well, you're one of our fan favorites in the chat. Got some people cheering you on, and you managed to bring home 2nd here in the Average Joe's season opener. Just talk us through the race, how it was for you, and that finish, everything. Just how do you feel?
Well, first off, this is 3 seasons in the making of trying to get to the podium, so super proud of myself and can't believe I'm actually here. But I had the strategy, to stay in the back there at the beginning because we all know Daytona is carnage. So for the most part, I stayed in the back and kept getting frustrated because we'd lose the lead pack. And finally there at the end, I got up to 14th and on the last restart, I believe, before the green, white, checkered, and stayed with the pack. And man, that last wreck, I thought that was it because I was drifting around the turn trying to avoid all them. And I, ended up 4th out of that. And number 22 there sent me a message and was like, stay to the high side. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try as hard as I can to push him to the win. And we got out there in front and we got down to the bottom, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, great race for you here tonight. Now, I wanted to let you know you have a fan in the chat, Adam Strimple. He was pulling for you all night long, and he knew you were going to get it done.
Yeah, he's a good friend. Sent him the link. He wanted to watch it. So, there's a few people out there that watch me. They may not comment in the chat, but I know there's a few out there that watch and cheer me on. And it's just been heartbreak after heartbreak here recently, and to finally, get one and finish P2, just the feeling is crazy.
Yeah, it has to feel good. Like you said, your third season here with the Average Joe Sim Racing League, getting the job done tonight, putting it in second. Came up one spot short, but still a long way to go. But before you head out, Justin, got any shout outs for all our fans tuned in here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Taylor. I know you're watching. Thank you to the people who put this on, Jay, Brian, you guys for broadcasting. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, good job tonight. Congratulations on the second place finish. And we'll see you at Old Atlanta, Justin.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, that leaves one more person to talk to. Gonna have to figure out how to pronounce his name. What's your guess, Blake?
He goes by Abe. I can't confirm, so I think it's Abram. I don't know. Let's just go with Abe for now until we find out.
All right, we'll call him Abe, like we're talking about Abraham Lincoln when we bring him in. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. His first race,
Wouldn't tell a
and
lie.
he gets the win. Couldn't have a better start than that. Let's see what he has to say. Abe, it is Jesse and Blake up in the booth. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Well, your first race here in the Average Joe Sim Racing League, and you can't start better than that. You bring home the win, almost from last. You were on the last row, get the win. Just talk us through your race and that finish, man.
Being my first race, and I had some problems getting logged in and everything at the beginning, so I didn't really get much time. So I didn't want to run a qualifying lap. I wanted to just sit in the back, get used to everybody, and that's kind of what I did until about halfway. I got mixed up in some damage. I had some damage. Didn't take my fast repair, just fixed it. And the race just totally played out in my favor. And the high side was just a place to be. I think I restarted on that last yellow that we had, not the very last one, but the one before. And I restarted in 22nd and pretty much stayed just on the outside and went all the way to like fourth or sixth, and then or second, and then that crash happened, so it put me in second on the outside, and I just rode the outside. And Justin with some great pushes, even Chris I think was on the outside on that restart, and it just worked out in my favor.
Yeah, Abe, it was like you said, you're kind of hanging out in the back. You kind of showed up out of nowhere there at the end. You lead 2 laps, but the only one that mattered was one of them, and you park it in victory lane here tonight. Now, do you have much experience in these Gen 6 cars here on iRacing?
Hardly any. I mean, when I first got on iRacing, I actually liked them. I enjoyed them, and then we went to the new style, so I didn't get to run them that much. So I'm just still getting accustomed, but you know how restrictor plate racing is. It's not as much about how comfortable you are in the car. It's more about just being in the right place at the right time. That's why I wanted to give mad props to Justin and Chris, because I felt like the outside was the place to be. I felt like it was the whole race as I was even sitting in the back. And, obviously my, first race with this league, I just didn't want to cause any problems. So yeah, I don't know how that happened. I'm super excited. The Average Joe's League is awesome, and I'm just excited to get that win and start the season off.
Now, for future reference, is your name pronounced Abram?
Good job.
Hey, I told you, Jesse. I mean, I'm a natural at this stuff.
Yeah, you are a bit of a genius when it comes to the name pronunciations, unlike our coworker Christian Taylor.
Oh, he's the worst of the worst. So we balance each other out. But hey, before you head out, got any shout outs or anything to add for all our fans tuned in watching tonight as you park it in victory lane?
Man, obviously you guys, I'm looking forward to going back and watching this. It was an exciting race. And my Toyota brothers, free birds. We starting the season off right, with Brian and Riley in Austin. Austin ran a good race, kind of got screwed up in that last wreck. But, and Justin and Chris, I mean, I think without Justin pushing me, I would not have had a chance staying on that outside and getting that victory. So I'm just excited to start the season off with a victory for my boys at Free Birds. And I got to thank my wife, obviously, for letting me do this thing. So appreciate it. And all the fans out there, hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, you can't forget about thanking the boss man. So great job out here tonight, Abe, parking it in victory lane in your opener with the Average Joe Sim Racing League.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Great drive, man.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for the interviews tonight. Abe Ghostin taking the win in his first race. You can't start any better than that.
I mean, that's why they call him Honest Abe, right, Jesse?
That's got to be it. I mean, you can see it there, his name on your screen 2 times because he's the hard charger, up 36 spots.
That's crazy.
And, well, you know, he mentioned there in his shout-outs how he was excited to watch the stream back. I got to break it to him. I don't know if we talked about him once until it was lap 68.
Yeah, that might be the first time we mentioned him. But, hey, all you need to watch the last few laps, I guess. Or, you know what, just watch the whole thing, right, Jesse?
Oh, we always encourage people to watch the entire thing because we might not have been talking about you or your favorite driver, but there's something going on all throughout the stream, and we keep it entertaining best we can.
Yeah, but Jesse, I tell you what, I'm pretty pumped to have the Average Joe Sim Racing League back here tonight. Big shout out to Down the Rabbit Hole podcast for sponsoring the season for Average Joes, and big shout out to the MX5 Trackside Experience for sponsoring the race, and a big shout out to Linger Lurs, lingerlurs.com, for sponsoring the race here with Hutchinson Motorsports TV tonight. Jesse, this is going to be one good season.
I'm super excited to see how it goes going forward, and I'm ready to go to old Atlanta, man, because I can tell you that track's going to be a handful in these cars, and it's going to be fun to watch.
I'm excited. Basically, this whole schedule is kind of perfect. I mean, there's not really a track that I'm not excited to see.
Blake, but it has Pocono.
Oh, well, never mind. There's one track that I'm not excited to see, Jesse. I might be sick that week.
Yeah, I might end up in the booth by myself April 23rd for race number 8, but we'll have to wait and see because Blake has a not a love-hate relationship, but he has a hate-hate relationship with Pocono Raceway.
Absolutely. Well, hey, nonetheless, folks, appreciate you tuning in, spending your Thursday night right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Before you head out, if you haven't done it, click that like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out. It's free. Whether you're on the TV or not, grab your phone. Check out Hutchinson Motorsports TV here on YouTube. And that's going to round things out. Jesse, next race, I believe you're going to be going live Saturday night with the Redemption iRacing Truck Series.
That's the plan. Can't wait for that. The playoffs wrapping up soon in the Redemption iRacing series. It's getting good, man. So make sure you come out and watch that one. It's sure to be a great time.
Absolutely. Well, hey, that's going to round things out for us here in Daytona in the booth with the one, the only Jesse Becker. I'm Blake Hutchinson, and you just watch a Hutchinson Motorsports TV broadcast. We'll be back here Saturday night. See you then.
Let's go.